NBA news and rumors coming your way on NBA Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Chase Sr. So with that, give me a follow on Twitter at Chase_Senior. Let's talk some more hoops on the Twitter sphere. Slide in my DMs. Let's chop it up. What up, Hoopers? Welcome into NBA Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Chase Sr. Coming up, an NBA news and rumors mailbag where I take all of your questions during our live show on Monday. So without further ado, let's get to these questions. Coach Dreadhead, my guy, kicking off this mailbag with this question. After Draymond and KD did that interview, can you see the Warriors trading Draymond and assets to the Sixers for Ben Simmons? I know some people were saying that after that Draymond KD interview, which I thought was fascinating, which aired on Bleacher Report. We did cover it on our Warriors channel, youtube.com/WarriorsTV. You can check that video out using that link at the bottom of your screen because we now have 6 NBA team channels here at Chat Sports. I don't think there is hostility, or I don't think the relationship between Draymond, Steve Kerr, and Bob Myers is all that contentious. I mean, Bob Myers was asking Draymond Green for draft intel and draft insight on draft night, and Draymond had told Bob Myers to draft Jonathan Kuminga at number 7 and Moses Moody at number 14. He's critical to their success. He's one of their biggest leaders. He is instrumental with what they do offensively, defensively, and as a cultural impact player. I don't think the Warriors are going to trade away Draymond. Slippery Sam. We have a Slippery Sam in the office right now. Who are the top remaining free agents right now? Lauri Markkanen obviously is the headliner on that list, but he is a restricted free agent. I also think guys like Avery Bradley, DeMarcus Cousins, Dennis Smith Jr., J.J. Redick, those are in the category of some of the top remaining NBA free agents right now. Speaking of NBA free agents, this is what you call a segue. Who is your favorite NBA free agent right now? Let me know in the comment section. I just listed a few names. List some names that I didn't mention right now. Tommy Walker with this question. So is Ben Simmons a better fit on the Lakers or the Warriors? Neither, but if I had to pick one, probably the Warriors. I mean, if Ben Simmons is the point guard instead of Russell Westbrook, I might like the Lakers even more because Russell Westbrook demands shots offensively, and he really pushes the pressure offensively with shot creation and just trying to get shots up, whereas Ben Simmons is allergic to shooting the basketball right now. And in that playoff series against the Atlanta Hawks, his value really plummeted because he was a sieve offensively and cost the Sixers probably a berth into the Eastern Conference Finals. On the Warriors, I think he fits okay as a small ball 5. He would not play point guard, but now that I think about it, if he's just playing traditional point guard on the Lakers, on the current construction of that roster, I think Ben Simmons would fit in very well and would give a lot of Lakers fans a lot of Magic Johnson flashbacks because he does have a lot of Magic Johnson to his game. If you want a shout out on today's show or on Twitter, give me a follow on Twitter at Chase_Senior. We're recording this during our live show on NBA Now on Monday. So those of you who give me a follow right now during our live show, I'll give you a shout out later on today. Nabia Shah with this question. Simmons or Lillard for the Wario? And I'm sure you meant to say Warriors. I appreciate that question. I think Damian Lillard, if you want to pick one, would be the better player to choose from over Ben Simmons because across the board, with the exception of defense, Damian Lillard by far and away the better offensive player. Now, some might say, I have some concerns about there only being one basketball. Over the weekend, I was bored just sitting at the crib. I watched highlights of the Warriors with KD, Draymond, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. If they could make that foursome work, they could make Damian Lillard work on that roster too. Jeremiah Jonathan chiming in. Do you think Klay Thompson is coming back as good? As good? I'm not sure. 2015 to 2019 5-time All-Star, helped win 3 championships with the Warriors, one of the best lights-out shooters that we'll ever see. And the value with Klay Thompson, not just offensively. He was one of the best defensive players. Let's be realistic about Klay Thompson. Can he be a 50-40-90 guy, which means he shoots 50% from the floor, 40% from 3, and 90% from the free throw line? I think he can be that. Are we expecting him to come off a torn ACL and a torn Achilles to average 20 points per game and play lockdown defense? No. But if he gives you 15 points on 40% shooting from distance and around 80 to 90% from the stripe, you will take that if you're the Warriors, and I think that will allow the Warriors to compete in that aforementioned loaded Western Conference. Here at Chat Sports, of course, we have a main Chat Sports YouTube channel, which we're approaching quickly, 270,000 subscribers as a company, but also we now have six NBA team channels. So if you're a fan of some of these team channels, make sure you subscribe because we're pushing out multiple videos every week for potentially one of your favorite teams. And if they aren't one of your favorite teams, maybe you just like to keep tabs on the Lakers, the Warriors, the Mavericks. The subscription links are being filtered at the bottom of your screen thanks to producer extraordinaire Jack Lauderay. Lakers report, we're almost at 40,000 subs. Warriors today, more than 21,000. Mavericks almost at 15K. Three of our newer channels. Celtics has been around for a little while, growing very quickly. We're trying to get to 10K. Knicks and 76ers channels. Knicks now, Sixers now. We launched those a little more than a month ago already. Knicks, nearly 2,000 subscribers. Sixers, almost 1,600 subscribers. All of those subscription links are also in the description of this video. Subscribe to those team channels right now and show us some love here at Chat Sports. Alizé pin, Curry, KD, Klay, or KD, James, and Kyrie. So which big three am I taking? Yeah, you mean James Harden there. Brooklyn Nets. Now, historically speaking, when it's all said and done and we look back at those big threes, in 20 years, I think we'll look back at the Warriors as being the best big three because I just don't think that Kevin Durant, James Harden, Kyrie Irving are going to be able to put together a dominant stretch like the Warriors' big three did that consisted of Curry, KD, and Klay. They were younger at that time. Now the Nets are older. I can't always rely on Kyrie, flat earth guy. Can't always rely on him to be readily available. James Harden, is he going to show up to camp in shape? I mean, there's no doubt they should win the NBA title this year. Are they going to win three like the Warriors' big three? I don't think so. DubNation 69, great number at the back half of that. Any Klay Thompson update, DubNation, #NBA. Yeah, the update from Klay Thompson, or for Klay Thompson, I should say, excuse me, is that he's progressing nicely in his rehab. There have been a lot of videos put out on social media of him doing some on-court activities, doing some back and forth from baseline to baseline, draining some threes. And last week, it was said, according to some reports, that the Warriors are targeting a Christmas Day return for Klay Thompson. I can't think of a better present than to get Klay Thompson back on that starting five. We'll see. Are you subscribed to us here at Chat Sports? Let me know. If you are, type B for brave. If you're scared, type S. Hopefully none of you are scared. So hit that red subscribe button down below for the best, most informative, educational, and entertaining NBA coverage right here on the internet. Jeremiah Jonathan with this question, Curry and Steph enough to get a ring? You mean, yeah, they're both the same guys. So no, it's not enough to get a ring because Steph Curry can't be duplicated in a gene pool. So if you meant to say Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, is that enough to get a ring? I mean, that's basically kind of what the roster is right now. I think that they could be a Final Four team in the Western Conference, maybe even a Final Four team in the NBA if Klay Thompson is able to stay healthy. Flashy passer, what is your favorite team? Grew up in Philly, Westchester to be exact. Shout out to the 6'10", the 4'8", and the 215. So my favorite team, it's the Sixers. I grew up huge Allen Iverson fan, so much so I wanted cornrows and tattoos. My mom didn't let me, though.